Hi guys, this is Team Calamity back again with another deck profile. Today we are doing a Prankers deck profile with the main, the extra and the side deck. Starting off with the main deck, we have the Key Prankers package, which would be 3 Fansies, 3 Dropsies, 3 Lampsies, and 3 Roxies. The whole point of this, basically, they will special summon each other and they will have their own effects. Fantasy sends a Prankers monster from deck to graveyard. Dropsies allows you to gain 1000. Lampsies allows you to burn 500 off your opponent. And Roxies allows you to banish a card from hand to draw a card. Then we have the, what's it called? The staples. 3 Fringa Gamma. This is just a fun negate and it special summons itself in the Triber. So, yeah. Just all for a negate and a destruction, which ain't that bad. And then we've got Triple Ash, because why not stop your opponent sending stuff to grave and heading to hand, because that happens a lot nowadays. And let's be honest, a lot of decks use graveyard as a resource. Even this deck does, if you count the recycling from Prankers Pranks. Speaking of spells, Prank through Prankers Place, because it allows you to add and it gets buffs and nerfs depending on how you summon. 2 Pandemonium. Not 2, 3 Pandemonium, because you can fusion summon, and because it is a recyclable card through Prankers Pranks, which you run 2 of, because it is a token generator and a recycle, and a card that allows you to recycle. Not to mention it recycles itself, so it's not that bad. Not to mention it, on the recycle you can also draw a card. 2 Polymerization, because you never know what will happen to your Pandemoniums, and it's just an extra card in case you don't draw into Pandemoniums. And terraforming, search for your pranks places, sorry. The instant fusion to get into Weather Washer or Rocket Ride quicker. Monster Reborn, because Battle Butler destroys itself to destroy your opponent's cards, so why not bring it back. 2 Cosmic Cyclones, pop and you gain 1000, so it doesn't really matter because you might be able to use the 1000 you gain. Cold Vibe, because it's a powerful card and it needs to come back to 2, let's be honest. 3 Infinite Impermanence, because it's a free negate and it allows you to go burn through your opponent's column, and that can only go on because this deck runs a bunch of different types, so taking advantage of that offers, and there aren't that many decks that do that, so take advantage of that however you can. Limit your opponent, that has come in useful many times. Then we have the extra deck. 1 Weather Washer, 1 Rocket Ride, 2 Battle Butler, because it pops and it burns off your opponent's board, because it attacks directly, even if it is for even if you don't lose 1000, but then again you can use cards like Bark to gain 7000 back, and because it stops effects and you can be free from losing life in battle with Weather Washer. Orlo Dragon, because it's been called before, and we don't have the Pranked Zone 4 in this deck, sadly. Couldn't find it. Orosor Dragon, because again it's powerful than before, and it's a good card to go into. Lambda, because then you can use cards like Gamma while being able to control monsters. So you use Gold Red, because because it allows you to draw 4 and then put 3 back, and if you really have a hand, it's just not bad. It's basically a graceful cherry, but debatably with more of a cost and better. Nightmare Phoenix, because it's a pop for a discard, which ain't completely bad. Meow Meow Moo, because it's a good starter card, even if it is only at 1. And you can use this for an Incline, and again it is recyclable, or you can use it for Weather Wash's effect. 3 Do, because it's a spell searcher, and 2 Bark, because then you can gain 1000 on your monsters, which is helpful, especially if you want to use this deck for an FTK or an OTK, which is completely possible. Then you have the side deck, in which you run 2 DV Crow, because Call by the Grave is limited for now, and it's a fun card to run. It's a good staple. A lot of this side deck is staples, 3 Effect Veiler, in case you want to run that instead of Imperm, but I don't really see the point. I prefer to run Imperm, personally. 3 Ghost Ogre, so you can counter decks like VW and other decks that run a lot of Floodgates, or to stop Tenki, because Tri-Brigade is still powerful even if Tenki is at 1. Fucking Tri-Brigade. ankle tops, cause again it's powerful link lining and because it's a fair card. I remember running 3 of those in salads. This one. 3 sphere mode, 1 sphere mode because it's a big kaiju, and you know, yeah, I mean it is a big kaiju. You tribute 3 of your opponent's ships, but summon it to their side of the board, and then you can bring it back for a defense. Yeah, cosmic cyclone just in case. You never know. And then finally, 3 solemn strike to slow down your opponent, even if it is a cost of 1,500, which you can gain back, and or mostly, and Imperial Order, because you want to use this more late game, so it's decidable depending on what your opponent is running, really. That is it for the deck profile. I'm the 3rd member of this team. This would be, assuming I get this out later, this is the 16th it's been recorded, and that means there is one other video up aside from this one, which was done by one of our other members. As you can tell, there is quite a subtle difference in deck quality. That's because, yeah, I just want to say if you followed that, and I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm not sorry about it, but there is quite a subtle difference, obviously, in how the decks run. Anyway, if you want to know, this is a budget variant, by the way. I don't have cards like the main Link 4 of the deck, or Thunder Dragon Fusion, which I would be running one of, along with a single polymerization, nor am I running Anaconda, which is a real shame, really. I do hope on getting that, so when I do, I will do a revamped deck profile of this. And what else am I saying? I do expect some other good deck profiles out, and just wait and see what happens on the channel. Like and subscribe. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you find this useful. And when I do say budget variant, I do mean budget variant. I think the total worth of each of this, like the deck, both main, extra, and side, altogether, I think the total worth is like 116, which can be budget to some. It might not be budget. I built this over time, so along with some cards I already had, like I didn't have any of the Pranked stuff, but then I did have cards like the Imperms and pretty much all of the side deck I already had available. So yeah, just do with what you can, and yeah, have fun, enjoy playing at locals or whatever with this deck if you do end up using it. Goodbye.